What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm your host, Matt Southwell, and joining me this week is Dan Gilbert and Ashley Dye.
Gents.
Good evening, good afternoon to you. It's been a very good week.
That's been a good week.
Great week. E3 has come and gone. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I missed all of it.
Excellent.
I had to catch up after the event. Busy week.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. In spirit, mainly.
Well, yeah.
Well, totally.
Totally in spirit.
Totally in spirit. But it felt like... I would always imagine actually watching it on the internet is actually almost better than being there anyway, because then you can see everything.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, for this week's Game of the Week show, it's going to be slightly different than normal. We normally do our top news stories from the week, but this week we're just going to go through the conferences. We're going to talk Microsoft, talk Sony, and then the third parties at the end as well. So, but normally this is a weekly news show that the three of us do, gets together to talk about the latest news in the video game industry. We also talk about the game releases for that week before picking our favourite games of the week. So if you like video games, then please subscribe to us.
You're in the right place.
You are in the right place. The best place, some would say.
The best place.
Those people would probably be us three, but still. Valid. You can also check out our website and our social media links down below. But guys, a lot to get through, so let's jump straight in, and we'll go with our boys Microsoft, Ash, to start with. And,
Should I leave the room for like 10 minutes?
No, because this conference was so awesome. In fact, I'm amazed that a week has gone by that you've not already bought your Xbox One, to be honest, unless he's secretly hiding it somewhere. One day he'll. So what we're going to do, I'll quickly run through everything they discussed, and then we'll break it down and chat about it. So we started off with Halo 5, probably not that surprising, pretty good way to start the show. They talked about new Halo multiplayer mode. Then we moved on to Recore, which is a new IP game coming from Keiji Inafune, who is the creator of Mega Man. After that, we moved on to the backwards compatibility. We've probably got a bit to say about that when we get to it. That was pretty out of left field. We got a special Elite wireless controller that has come out. Then we got some Fallout 4 stuff, which was pretty cool. And then some EA stuff about EA Access and the new games coming there. Then we got some Forza Motorsport 6 news with Henry Ford coming on stage for about 2 seconds just to say hello. God, I need to take a breath. Ubisoft then came out and then showed us a bit of The Division and Rainbow Six Siege, and then some exclusive stuff that Xbox getting. So all the third parties is always tied back to exclusivity at some point. Then we got Gigantic, which looks like their new MOBA. Some Idea Xbox segments where there was a few games discussed there. Then the Rise of the Tomb Raider, we got a new gameplay reveal for that one.
We did.
And then Rare came out on stage and they showcased their Rare Replay, which is a big collection of all of their classic games, and also showed their new game, Sea of Thieves. Then we got some Fable Legends stuff, which we don't really care about. HoloLens, we got a demo of that with Minecraft. And then Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition, and then Gears 4. So let's categorise all of that.
Where do you want to start, Matt?
Well, at the top.
At the top. Top's good.
So what did you guys think of all of this? We're gonna just reading all that there makes me realise that maybe we're not going to get through all of this in one video, but we'll talk, we'll discuss, we'll see how it goes. Halo 5, guys, happy?
Very, yeah. I've still got to get through the collection before this comes out. I'm determined to get through it.
October 27th, I believe, is the release day, so time is a ticking.
We should make a pact that we are going to get it done.
Okay.
I know you want to get it done, I need to get it done. So let's
is that going to be on top of you playing like everything else?
Yeah, well, there's a time and place. How about this? How about this, we make a pact right now?
Yeah.
We've started, not got very far, we're both still on Halo 1. If you buy an Xbox One and beat us to completing the collection, we will reimburse you for your Xbox One.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
But you're not allowed to use your stupid built-up holidays to take advantage of the situation by like not coming to work for 3 weeks and be like, done. Because that's cheating. There you go. Incentive.
You didn't run this by me previously.
No, he has to beat both of us, so as long as one of us completes it.
Okay.
So what we're not going to tell him is we're going to share the same game and just alternate.
Come round and give it to you. You take over. I'll sleep in the day. You sleep at night. Anyway,
So, yeah,
Halo 5 looks great.
Halo 5
It does.
it's just more
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We got a 12v12 battle called Halo Warzone, which looks pretty cool. Kind of maybe bringing it closer to something like Battlefield. A big, open world and these massive maps and stuff. 12v12. That sounds like a lot of people, but I suppose if a map's big enough, then but it just makes it more epic.
Yeah.
I guess so. If I'm playing it, it'll be 11v12 quite quickly. I would think.
Is that because
I don't generally last very long with surviving.
I don't think it's elimination. I
Oh.
think you're still allowed to respawn.
Okay.
Or you're just implying it's so bad it's basically might as well. They'd be better off having 11.
They would be. Yeah, they would be.
I wanted to quickly touch on Recall.
Yeah.
I quite like the trailer we saw there. It was very much a teaser trailer. Didn't see much at all, but Inafune, is very well known in the video game industry, well respected kind of game developer. And what I thought was weird was that we saw very little of the game, but it's still coming spring 2016. I don't know. Did you guys get any excitement from this at all, or is it just not really, maybe not enough to see at the moment?
There's not really enough, I think, to gauge whether it's something. Like I say, there's very limited detail about this, I think, and there's not enough to go on to really make a judgment as to whether it's a game that you want or not.
You don't want a robot dog then in your life? That's basically all we've got so far.
It's not been on my wish list.
Until now?
Until now, maybe. Until now. It's one of those, you didn't know you wanted it until you wanted it.
Until you wanted it. So, yeah. Okay, we'll move on then to the big thing. Backwards compatibility. There you go, Dan. Not only now, Xbox One, you can play Xbox One games, you can now access all those 360 games you've never played. What do you think about this?
I mean, it's...
They showed Mass Effect, apparently the best game of all time.
Yeah, I've played them. What?
Well,
I've played them on the
Xbox One,
PS3.
you
Why
haven't.
would I want them on the Xbox?
Superior
But
controller.
I'll give you that. But I mean, it's fine for anyone who's already got the games on their shelf,
Yeah.
and they just want to have the one console rather than having to have the two set up. That makes sense. But no one's going to go out of their way really to buy 360 games now.
No, I think I agree actually in all seriousness with everything you said. It's a feature that everyone thinks they want, but in reality they don't really want it. It's just nice to be there just in case.
You say that. If I could put a PS3 game in my PS4, use my PS4 controller, I would play a lot of my PS3
How many of your
games.
PS3 games have you played since you owned your PS4?
None, because I hate the controller.
You didn't hate it when you had it.
I didn't, but I hate it now.
It's one of those things you didn't realise you hated until
If you liked the games that much, you would go through the pain of the controller.
Maybe.
It would make no difference after a short period of time because you would
Yeah.
just pick it up and get used to it again.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
It's a good thing to have.
But it's just one of those things like, we have this, Sony, you do not.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it's more...
Well, to be honest, I think it's basically like their answer to PlayStation now, isn't it? Rather than putting up
better than PlayStation.
yeah, but rather than putting up a streaming service, they've just gone
Yeah.
have the physical game and play it.
Well, they said that they never knew if they'd be able to do it. That was what I liked as well, is how they delivered it. They said, don't know if we can do it, but they said, we've worked it out. Now you can do it this way. So that's pretty cool. The controller, we'll just brush over that, because if we stay here, it will literally be 40 minutes for every conference. We probably can't brush over that, but it's a pretty cool controller. Go check it out if you like spending £100 on a controller. Fallout 4 will save for Bethesda, I think, but again, that was the Xbox thing. You get Fallout 3 with it as well, which is would something like that maybe actually convince you to buy it on Xbox One over PS4, or are you still?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think most games are always PS4 being my preference. I tend to. I mean, the reason really for buying my Xbox One was Halo initially with the collection,
which has gone well.
Which since
Gone
then,
down a storm, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know. I have played it, but not as much as I wanted
the
to.
tutorial level.
But with with other games as well. I mean,
Yeah.
with Forza and with what else have I been playing on? I forgot what else I bought.
Sunset.
Sunset, of course, Overdrive. These other games that are Xbox exclusive. It's why you need them both.
It is why you need them both.
Dan.
Talking of, I've had enough digs for now. I'll save myself for a little bit. Talking of them, we've got Forza Motorsport 6. We already knew it was coming. It's pretty much expected. They, like I said before, they got Henry Ford just to say hello, and they put a real life Ford GT in the arena just because they could. And we saw basically 2 minutes of car porn. You enjoy it? Like a bit of porn on your TV in the evening? No.
Golf.
It's almost the same thing.
Nearly.
So yeah,
Would you have liked it more if the trailer included like a driver coming out with the actual club and just smacking the ball as it went past?
Nah. I'm quite happy to wait for the EA Rory McIlroy PGA Tour game coming.
Yeah, they showed that as well at EA. We'll talk about it in a minute. Yeah. Right, let's move on a little bit now. Let's talk briefly about Cuphead. I thought that looked pretty cool. It's one of the idea Xbox games, but it looks like a 30s cartoon. Like kind of like old school Mickey Mouse. What did you think of that? Is that kind of something? Because Sony have always held the lead when it comes to, indie development games for their console. But this one actually looks like a really...
This is really different to what we normally see from this style of game. The 30s look is different. It's definitely different to what we would see from this style of artistic sort of drawn game.
Yeah.
So it's nice that it's different. Whether it's different in a good way, I don't know.
Wait and see. It's a platformer, so
yeah.
I think it will be something special. That's my personal opinion. Not just from watching it, but from the vibes you're getting from people that have been able to get their hands on it. And normally when a game gets kind of buzz around the internet, it's not kind of misinformed as a general rule. But that's another game that's that is 2016. Well, not early, but just 2016. So
simplistic name for a simplistic character.
Yeah, Rise of Tomb Raider.
Yep.
We've got that now coming, and another trailer of Lara almost dying. Do you not think that they're a bit mean to her? Always like putting her in these extreme situations, always like kind of, having to defend herself against a bear or the elements or stabbed or anything.
If I was her, I'd just stop climbing up stuff.
Sit at home with a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Definitely. Get in the kitchen, Lara. Know your place.
Alright.
Not quite that bad.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, there goes our one and only female viewer. Cheers, Ash. If we lose a subscriber, then it's because of that. But if we gain any...
No, I wasn't saying that was my opinion.
Well, that's how I heard it.
I won't try and dig anymore.
Yeah, you'll only keep going further and further. If you do want to dig, maybe you should check out Sea of Thieves, which is the new pirate game coming from Rare. Moving swiftly on. I like the look of this, kind of like cartoony. I like pirates are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's an MMO game. So does that instantly make your interest as minimal as mine? Like, I don't want to play with people. I don't like people.
Yeah, I mean
it drops. It definitely drops when you see something like that.
It might not be.
We've had this conversation, haven't we?
Yeah.
We all three of us I think are on the same field when we say that we're not big MMO fans. We don't mind a bit of it if it's alongside a campaign. Yeah. But sort of standalone or where it's the big feature of the game is a bit of a turn off for me. Right.
We've got a couple more things I want to very quickly touch on. First was the HoloLens demo of Minecraft. Did you guys see this?
I didn't.
I saw some stills.
You saw some stills.
But I didn't see
So like basically what they had is they attached a HoloLens to the camera. Yeah. And you've seen the HoloLens work though.
Yeah.
Kind of like the augmented reality. So basically what everyone could see in the room was just like a plain table like this. but on the screen through the camera was like this full world of like Minecraft like up on the table.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's still, I don't know how it's going to be in video games. It's still a massive gimmick, kind of like same as VR. But like, at least this, you could see it and appreciate it more than you can with VR at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't see how it could be used in video games, but it was very, very cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I do like it.
It's really in early stages technology, isn't it?
It is still very early.
It doesn't have proper applications for everyday use.
I like to
for
hope.
Gamers,
I like to hope.
Down the line.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I will reserve judgment, but I can see its use for innovation.
Yeah,
definitely. So we've got just kind of closing out here now because I do want to move on to the other things.
I know we've got a lot to get through. Yeah.
Gears of War. So we've got the Ultimate Edition, which is coming August 25th.
Yeah.
And we know that is now coming. It's just the first game, but no Gears 2, Gears 3. That's probably going to end up in the backwards compatibility, which is also the same for Rainbow Six Siege. Did you see that? Rainbow Six Siege Vegas and Vegas 2 will come free with the game.
Okay.
On Xbox now. There you go.
I've already played Vegas 2.
No.
So no.
But you can get it for free. Anyway, no,
it was an awful game. Like, control-wise, it was terrible.
Was that the one that basically had like a zero HUD? It was like first person, but you couldn't actually see any. Like, you could see everything, but it looked like you had like no arms and no head and no eyes. It was just the screen. I remember one Rainbow Six game that was like that.
Don't think it was that.
The console.
Unless it was the first Vegas game.
It was a console. It was a port. It was not enough. It was a port from the PC version, and it was terrible.
Okay,
anyway,
that's a different one.
We should probably stop getting off topic when we're trying to be on the timeline.
I
Gears of War 4 was revealed. We saw that holiday 2016 trailer. Pretty dark, but pretty cool. I like the look of it. You know, for Microsoft to have both their flagship things of Halo and Gears in the same conference, I think that itself makes it pretty cool. Maybe surprised that we're seeing Gears 4 quite so early. You know, 18 months out. I don't know what you thought about that.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It's a long time.
When does the other Gears come out?
Well, the remaster is August 25th, so they obviously want to talk about that anyway. But
I think they've put out both now to whet the appetite, haven't they?
Yes.
So it's like, if you haven't played Gears, well, here's one for you to
Here's the
play.
one coming in August. Then you've got another year to play the next two before.
Yeah. Or at least like find out if you like it. Hey, we've also got another one coming.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That's fair enough. I can understand that.
Yeah.
So, as a whole, I think obviously we've only touched on it. We could sit here for an hour and talk about it, but I think it was a very good conference for Microsoft.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think it was very
they did
good.
really, really well.
You know, just saying that I think we did express before E3 that, you know, we did think that Microsoft were going to have a good conference. I think with them being slightly behind the curve of Sony for quite a while, we thought they would probably come out and probably be very impressive, which they have proved. Yeah,
They hit the home run, I think is the saying, isn't it?
Well, it's like the end of this year was lined up to be very strong for them, and they're obviously carrying that through into what's intended for 2016.
All of those exclusives coming this year, haven't they? You've got Halo, Lara, Forza, Fable.
Well, they've got a good lineup.
Month.
It is
after another.
It's very well structured.
So let's see how Sony compares, shall we?
Let's have a look.
So they open up with the long-awaited return of The Last Guardian. We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Yeah.
We then saw Horizon Zero Dawn, which is Guerrilla Games' new IP. We then saw a Hitman trailer for a new Hitman game, which is pretty cool. Some Street Fighter stuff, we won't talk about that. Dreams, which is the new game from Media Molecule, aka creates a Little Big Planet. Then we got some Destiny DLC. Then we got to see Firewatch, which is a new indie game coming up, which looks pretty cool. Final Fantasy VII is being remade. People got excited about it. Apparently this game is a big deal at some point. Shenmue 3 is going to be coming. And then Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Some exclusive DLC was announced. Call of Duty exclusive DLC finally coming to PS4 over Xbox, which was interesting. No Man's Sky, obligatory 10-minute segment again at a PlayStation event. A little bit of Project Morpheus with rigs being announced by Guerrilla Cambridge. Star Wars Battlefront, and then obviously ending with Uncharted 4.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So, first up, Last Guardian. Surprised that they opened with it? Surprised we saw it full stop?
Surprised we saw a full stop, let alone
Like,
open with
like
it.
what? Maybe a few days before the conference we were talking about. It's like not sure
We were talking
when
about
we were going to see it, but the fact that obviously who was being thrown behind the project made it seem like they're at least looking at it in some shape or form. But we were thinking, what, maybe from the ground up rebuild
Yeah.
to the project, and then suddenly it's here.
It actually looked very similar to the same, like you said, the same game that we saw 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Disappointing thing to me though was, I mean, the trailer looked good. You can check it all out. But 2016 release date. So just 2016, not early. So they've revealed the game again, and then it could be now another year before we've seen it.
Yeah.
Do you think that? I personally think that was the wrong move. I think it should have been, here it is. You've been waiting it forever. It's out. You've already got the hype already, isn't it? It needs to come out within like 3-6 months of it being
It does
announced.
almost strike as a don't worry, it's still alive kind of
Yeah, it's one
thing
of those,
rather than
I've
like
sort of given up
fully
caring about
committing
now.
to it.
Yeah.
You know, I've sort of lost interest in it.
We'll see. You'll still buy it.
I know.
We'll move on to a game that might interest you, definitely interests me, was Horizon Zero Dawn. This is from the guys at Guerrilla who are famous for Killzone. This kind of looked a bit like an open world game.
It's an open world
Post-
action RPG kind of mashup.
Yeah,
it's been stated that
post-apocalyptic-ish, maybe.
no,
Not apocalyptic,
no,
but like civilization.
Something-
has-
Yeah.
It's just like they haven't confirmed whether it's meant to be set on Earth or not yet, so it's pretty much just. But yeah, it's kind of like
planet.
technology's been and gone, relearning skills.
Yeah,
So you've got a hybrid of.
the world looks something like The Last of Us kind of style, as in like, you know, everything's kind of overgrown, not like
Yeah,
zombie.
deserted,
yeah.
barren. Yeah, sort of.
But
I know what you mean.
it looked really cool from the
Yeah.
trailer. One thing we should say actually about Last Guardian and this is that we've got like 5-6 minute trailers of it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And within like a minute of watching this game, I was already more excited for this than I've ever been for a Killzone game. Because a Killzone game is, it's just a shooter game. Whereas this actually looks like it could be like a...
I think the Killzone
Explorer.
franchise very much relied on people having played the first one and having enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I think if you didn't play that, then you were kind of about the next.
Because I know
few.
you were a big fan of the series, weren't you? Well,
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
I say big... Yeah, you enjoyed them for what they were. You knew what they were.
I mean, they're not super special, but they were good.
They were decent. So yeah, we'll look out for that one. 2016 for that one as well.
Yeah.
Another game, 2016. Tell you what, there's going to be. You thought there was a lot of delays this year. There's going to be even more next year.
Yeah.
We next got another game from Square, Hitman, making its long-awaited return. Simply just called Hitman. It looks like this is going to be more focused on just unique contracts that you go into, more old school Hitman rather than the last one where it was like one running thing story. Yeah. This is now specific contracts. PS4 getting exclusive contracts, hence why it was on the Sony stage.
Sony, yeah.
Excited?
I am. Definitely one of my excited for. I love the old Hitman games. They were good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I enjoy them as well.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Dan, you ever played the Hitman games?
I haven't, no. But like this time to look
It is time. It is time. It's always time. We saw Dreams, which looked a bit weird. I thought kind of... Dreams is a very light-hearted way of looking at something that actually looked quite dark. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. But it looks like it's Move featured, which kind of wanes my interest a little bit as well. I don't know what you guys... If you guys had any other...
If it's Move featured, then definitely not.
Yeah. I can tell from Ash's face how excited he is about Move.
I'm really not excited about this game at all.
No. We're not going to talk about Destiny because only Justin cares about Destiny. So no, it's just there's a time and a place. Like we're on a strict scale. I want to talk about new stuff.
Yeah.
But DLC, check it out. It's coming soon. Firewatch. This game looks pretty cool. It's a first-person adventure game set in Wyoming, which is like kind of a bit weird because you never really think of
Nothing's ever
Wyoming.
set in Wyoming.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
even the people in Wyoming wouldn't set something in Wyoming. But no, it seems like it's about like a couple that have kind of had marital problems, and like it's this beautiful kind of very colourful world, and you're seeing like both sides of the story as like they fight for struggle, but there's like stuff going on as well. No release date, hopefully this year. Sony needs something.
Yeah.
And this game's been around for a while now.
They need something decent this year.
Have you guys heard anything about Firewatch until this week, or?
Nope.
No, to be honest, it wasn't something that I'd seen anything of, and I was trying to sort of like find more info about it afterwards, and I wasn't really able to see too much.
There's a few kind of, they've kept most things under like close to their chest, but like there's a few preview events. I think like IGN got like a IGN first day with them or something. But I like the look of the game. It looks cool. We'll see more. Final Fantasy VII. None of us here are Final Fantasy fans, so we're not going to talk about it. But a remake is coming for all of you fans. I'm sure you can be very, very excited about that. Again, Shenmue we're not going to talk about. Other than that, it was a Kickstart. They put it on stage.
I saw that.
And then it was a Kickstart. It's like
2 million or something.
Look at this game that we've got. Look at this game that we've got on our stage. We're not going to back it though. You mugs can back it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
that was
mugs
a bit-
backed it.
Huh?
And the mugs backed it.
Yeah. It did it instantly.
It
Almost.
broke Kickstarter records for like the fastest like to goal or million or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do.
Kickstart. No one wants to kickstart us. Kick us, maybe. That's about it. AC, DLC, yeah, whatever about that. No Man's Sky, we've talked about this game at length, so we're not going to go into huge details here, I don't think. But the new trailer, did you see it? We actually saw a little bit of gameplay, which was cool.
Yeah.
It's still very much exploring, and hopefully we'll get a release date fairly soon.
That's what we want, isn't it?
That's what we want.
Know when we're getting there.
Next up was Riggs, which looks like a cool kind of arena shooter, but the reason why this one's different is this is Project Morpheus. Now, you guys both thought Morpheus would be covered quite highly in this conference. It wasn't, but we did get this game. What did you think much of it, or you're still excited for Morpheus?
I am, but I just wish it would just move along a bit quicker.
I like the look of the game,
Yeah,
but it's one of those things from the trailer, the way they portrayed it. It's like you can't really tell how it's meant to stack up as someone actually using Morpheus.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You're right.
They've put it across more of someone in almost
Hyped it up.
virtual reality simulator itself rather than
the commentary on the
wearing
game, the sound effects, everything is really hyped up to give you that sort of hyped up feeling of wow, this is amazing. When in reality, it's just going to be shit.
that's a bit hard. But
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, well, the people are enjoying the game in the trailer are paid to act that way.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily.
Riggs looks like a game that I could play just as easily without
the VR.
Morpheus.
It looked a bit like kind of like an arena mode of Titanfall.
Yeah.
It was basically
Yeah.
a sort of way of that
Yeah.
mech shooter. It's not a new style,
No.
but if it works, like I said, until I can use VR, I'm not sold on it.
Yeah.
But if it,
Skeptical.
yeah. Star Wars Battlefront, we got a trailer for that. It's coming. We know it's coming this year. That's not PS4 exclusive, but they are getting some content, details of which still to be revealed. But we spoke about this game. It's multiplayer centric, so it's again wanes our interest a little bit because we like being antisocial bastards. It's just we do play games. We do play games together, but sometimes you want to have a, it's like reading a book. Sometimes you just want to do it on your own. You don't want to have to read it out to people all the time.
Yeah.
Or ever, probably.
It's a good analogy.
It's a great analogy.
It's a good analogy.
Although not a very good analogy because I don't know how to read, but I can play video games. So there's no actual reading here. It's just pretty pictures that I used. So guys, closing out the show. Uncharted 4 trailer. Oh my god. What did you think?
Yeah, that's just it didn't really need another trailer, but I'm glad we did get to see one.
It was Uncharted in its finest, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. See, this is the thing I was talking about with a friend this week. He was like, Uncharted is amazing, and I was like, yeah, but it's almost like I hold Naughty Dog now to a higher standard. It's like seeing an amazing Uncharted trailer is like
the problem.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
Whereas like if I see, whereas when I see a trailer about say like the Horizon one,
Yeah.
which I didn't know anything of, and I saw this, I was like, wow, this is really awesome. I'm really excited. I don't get that feeling for Uncharted because it's just like, yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to play it. I'm going to love it when I get it.
Your expectation level is already up here. You're already, before you press play on the trailer, you're already expecting good things. And if it's anything less than that, you're disappointed.
It is. It's weird though, isn't it?
It is weird.
But
it is weird.
that's just
when we play
how
it,
people are. It's like
Yeah.
you expect good standards of something that's always been good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's the same with any product.
positive news.
Positive.
Yes.
Very
So,
good.
closing out, that was pretty much Sony's conference, and my taste was there was a lot of good games in there. That's my opinion, but not enough games this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they're showcasing a lot for the future.
2016 looks great for PS4, but as far as 2015, I think personally they're going to lose a lot of kind of their lead to Xbox,
Yeah.
unless something.
Market share. Yeah.
Unless they can afford to lose some market share because they are way ahead. But if you're winning a race, you don't slow down, do you?
No.
Exactly.
But I don't know. So do you think Microsoft won?
I'm of the same
versus
opinion.
Microsoft
I
versus Sony?
think Microsoft had a better conference, than
Yeah.
Sony.
Yeah.
I do.
Even this guy agrees. Well, no, it's just like
It's like
not saying you're an Xbox hater, but like you are a Sony fan.
He can acknowledge where there is.
He
I am a Sony user.
So you're not a fan. It's like, God damn it, you've got me hooked. Alright, so we'll jump into the third parties. We won't spend a huge amount of time with them. What we'll do, I think, is just, if you want to read about all of these third party stuff and more details on this, go to our website. There's full write-ups and all of the trailers are on there. But I think what we'll just do
So they know
for
our
last
website.
is, it's in the link, but it's thegamerinitiative.com. The link is there. Well, not there, in the
Description.
down there somewhere.
TheGamerInitiative.com.
Don't make me put annotations on. I think we'll just go through maybe a couple of our most excited kind of, like the biggest and the best of the third party. Which means basically we don't need to talk about Square or EA because they had crappy conferences.
Or Nintendo.
Well, no. None of us will care.
So we're just talking about Ubisoft then? Is that what's happening?
Well, we'll talk about Fallout 4 first. That was it was already announced, but we actually finally got to see it with a trailer and everything like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming this year. They told us that. 9-minute gameplay trailer we got to see. November 10th.
It's good.
People need to get out of the way of this game because it is coming like a big fucking freight train, and lava is going to get run over. Which is actually perfectly in keeping with Square's approach to lava.
Well, it is. Yeah, that's it. Just
she is.
kick while she's down.
It's the same day, so if people can buy either Fallout 4 or Rise of Tomb Raider, yes, they're different games, but what one are you going to buy?
Fallout.
Well, not owning an Xbox.
Hypothetically, though.
Yeah, it'd be Fallout.
Because there's just so much more there. So, but are you guys excited for this when it comes?
Yeah.
So this is how you do it. Keep it quiet. Announce it just before E3. Show it off at E3. Release it in the fall.
That's it.
That is how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Well done. I looked really sarcastic, but it wasn't. I am so excited for that game. I can't wait. I'm sure we'll be talking about it more as it comes up. But that wasn't the only thing Bethesda did. We'll touch on two things very, very quickly. A new Doom, Ash.
Yes.
You're probably old enough to remember the first one, so...
Of course. I was actually watching the trailer for this morning. It was one that I missed. Heard about it, didn't watch the trailer, watched a bit of it this morning. It looks really good. It does look really good. It's got all of the great things that Doom is, that Doom was, that Doom has ever been, and just made it better and more. The visuals are just so as you would expect from original Doom. I mean, you've all seen original Doom and how pixelated and everything it is. You know,
it is what it was.
It is.
I like how. I mean, this was my impression, Dan. You might have interpreted differently, but it doesn't look like it's taking itself too seriously. It knows it's just a shooter. It doesn't worry with plot points. It's just like, you're going in here, you're killing these people.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. And that was what Doom always was. It was just room, people, kill them.
Did Doom
next,
ever have a story?
Well, no, but like they could have. You know, that's because people. You see a lot of games now that feel like they have to do things because that's the way games are made now.
Yeah.
So we got that, which is cool. And Dishonored 2 was announced as well. Dishonored was a very good game. If you didn't play the first one, Definitive Edition was announced, obviously.
Yeah.
So you can check that one out. And then Dishonored 2 will come next year. So I'd imagine, Dan, this is probably actually something maybe you would enjoy, look to check out. Kind of like a stealth kind of assassination sort of game.
Maybe.
It's like, it's similar to a first-person Assassin's Creed, but like with less parkour.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't pick up the first Dishonored, and I can't remember what it was that sort of like made me think, no, this isn't quite for me at the time. It might have just been it was coming out when other stuff was out.
It might have just been that you just didn't know about it as well. I mean, like, it's 2012, so
I didn't know about it to an extent, but yeah, there was some reason I didn't pick it up when it first came out, and I can't for the life of me remember whether that was related to what the game was, or just because there were other things. It's like, I'm not going to play it at this time.
No, but yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move over to Ubisoft as the other third party that had a good conference. And my God, we could talk about this conference forever, but we're going to try and condense it to about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
South Park, the fractured butthole. That is meant exactly how it sounds. Yeah. But yes, a new action RPG coming from Matt and Trey. I'm so excited for this.
I know you are.
Because everyone who knows me knows I'm a big
South
Park fan. And even though I'm not the biggest RPG fan, I still loved the first game because it was South Park. It was like playing a feature-length episode.
Yeah, you said. I know when we did our sort of games of the year and
this was the game of the year last year.
In your opinion.
It was. So yeah, we got this one coming out. No date or anything. I'd imagine at best. I mean, the engine's already there, I suppose. But at best, a holiday next year.
Yeah.
I think they just probably wanted to get it out there because they'd initially said no interest.
Maybe they're going to drop it on the same time as... Well, no, Fallout would have been out. I was going to say maybe they're going to be really ambitious and take on Fallout 4.
What, just make a game in like 6 months?
Why not?
Boom, done. If only video games were that easy. I have a feeling...
But no, it'll be next year.
I have a feeling it will probably clash with, if anything, the Fallout 4 Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Honor, Dan.
Yes.
This is not me asking you to ride into battle with me. This is a new IP that was announced. What did you think of this?
It's like that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so on. It's like... So far they've only showcased the 4 versus 4 multiplayer side of things. It's been said there's also going to be single player campaign or some shape or form to go with it. But it's basically just melee only combat.
Yeah, it is.
And it's using historical sort of like factions of knights, Vikings and samurai, I think is what it was. And so on. And like that's so different.
It looks cool.
Like, every sort of like player versus player sort of like team shooter thing, it's always guns.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
The problem is, actually I don't know, but if it's melee only, do you think it could get a bit repetitive and boring quite quickly?
The thing is, like from what I've been reading, it's sort of, and so on. Admittedly, it's still limited details and so on. Is that it's not just smash a button, smash a button, smash a button.
No,
it's like if you're sword on sword with someone, you've got to time it right and you've got to get your arc right and so on to actually meet the sword strike. So it's kind of like if you go right and they go left kind of thing, you'll miss completely and end up getting sliced. Whereas if you go the right way and actually hit the blade, then you'll defend yourself.
Oh, it looks cool anyway.
I think it's different.
We'll see.
I'm not going to say it's one for me because it probably isn't, but it's different, and I'm sure there are a lot.
I remember saying earlier in the year at some point I'd love to see a game that's centered around Vikings in some shape or form.
Well, I think that's when we're talking about AC alternative.
Yeah. No, whether this will be enough to tick that box, I don't know, but it's definitely on my radar now.
Well, we'll just do a couple more on Ubisoft very quickly. Just going to mention it, even not just. But Anno 2205 looked quite cool. If you're a fan of SimCity, or I know Dan, you are City Skylines. It's like a city builder, but futuristic in space. You can move your cities and stuff from Earth to the moon. That looked cool.
Yeah.
Division details, as you said to me just off camera, it's like it just needs to come out now.
Yeah, I'm sick of waiting for it. It's been around for ages. I'm a bit bored now of waiting, and I'm sort of slowly losing a bit of interest in it.
The one thing I did like about what they showcased was that because it's obviously this big online thing, and so on, where it's like your teams of 3 doing their missions, those teams can be running those missions simultaneously, and like get to the same point. And then suddenly you've got like this Mexican standoff between everyone's like, we don't know each other, we've never met, do we trust each other? Or just like you can, and it's either
that is cool in
like,
theory, but
no, it's just the fact that that's how that world would actually work, rather than you are sucked into a mission, therefore nothing else actually affects you. It's an interesting.
We'll see. I just don't like playing with people, no matter how fun it could be. I'd rather just play on my own. Ghost Recon. Fan of Ghost Recon, Ash? There was a surprising reveal at the end. We got Ghost Recon Wildlands. Again, another co-op shooter. But, we haven't seen Ghost Recon for a while.
It has been a while.
See them back.
I've not seen too much about this that come out at E3, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass on my thoughts for that because I've not looked.
But are you excited? Did you ever play them previously?
Oh yeah, I have played in the past. I don't know what to expect from a sort of a relaunch. I don't know.
I don't know how I feel about co-op as well. I'm not going to say it anymore.
There are just some games. There are some games that I've got good memories of that were good, and that I'd like to just remember as being good, and just leave them at that. And there are others where they can be redone and they're good. I mean, Need for Speed's another one.
Yeah, we can touch on that very quickly.
Yeah.
New Need for Speed reboot. Trailer looks really cool, but November 3rd for that one, so week before Fallout, so you can play it for a week before Fallout comes out.
Again, with Need for Speed, it's been going. I can remember this Need for Speed has been going for 13 years,
and the rest.
Yeah, more than that. And the thing is, Need for Speed always started out, and I loved it. It was a great game. The mods you could do to the vehicles were quite basic, simple, not too complicated. But then, and I loved them. But when they bought out the Need for Speeds, what was the one with the police?
Most Wanted.
No.
Hot Pursuit.
No, I don't know.
Carbon.
No.
There's a lot of them.
Basically, they introduced the police at some
the first
point.
one on the PS4, whichever one that was, I can't remember.
Oh, Rivals.
Rivals, yeah.
Police have been in way before that.
Yeah. Okay, well, it was where you could be one or the other, and you could be the police.
Yeah, you could be the police. Yeah.
That's it. And
That was
I didn't enjoy the game at all. I totally lost interest in it, and it made me have a different view on Need for Speed now.
EA's was with the exception of Mass Effect, which we won't talk about because we've already gone long enough. But if you want to watch our party chat, Dan gives you his thoughts on that from last week, so we can talk about that. Sports, Battlefront for EA.
More sport.
I'll leave with, I think it'd be quite a nice little game to leave on, would be Unravel, which was a really kind of cute little platform game that's coming. Something that you wouldn't expect from a big corporation like EA. This guy came out on stage and he bought this little puppet that he'd made while on holiday, and they zoomed in on it and like his hands were shaking. He was obviously shitting himself being on stage in front of all these people and stuff. But like, you could just tell how passionate he was,
it was
about
touching.
video games. It was really touching. And this game, the only concern I'll have is whether or not, because it's a puzzle platform, if they try and make it too complicated, because sometimes games try to overcomplicate themselves. But that aside, it looked really cool and really pretty and just heartwarming to see that people still in the industry still have I'm sure the majority of people do have a real passion, but you could just tell from his voice how excited he was, rather than just kind of going through the motions. So that was a really nice game, and probably the highlight of EA's conference for me, although Dan will probably say it was Mass Effect, but
I could say Madden if you want.
Well, you could, but that wouldn't be right.
Unravel does look good, and it just gave something different to the conference.
Yeah. Well, we haven't mentioned Square, but we won't. I think we'll cut off there. We've already gone pretty much the longest we've ever gone. Any longer now, we'll have to start doing second videos. So I think this is probably on the cusp. But we will just say, Just Cause 3 is a game we've all spoke about. We're very excited for. That's coming 1st of December this year. That was announced. So look forward to that one. Fingers crossed it will not be delayed and it will be just as awesome as it looks. And the game of the week, I suppose we should very quickly announce, is the Tour de France this week. We're not going to go into all the games. We're just going to give that the title. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing else. So, what else?
What idiot releases a game on E3 week?
It's going to go platinum.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're going to get the platinum as well, are you?
No.
Okay. So there we go. That's it. A little bit longer this week, but I mean, that's just a segment of what we could have talked about. We could
E3.
We could talk about this for twice as long.
At least.
At least. But you've probably not even made it this far. But if you have, thank you very much for sticking with us. I will try to make the video, or hopefully I've made the video interesting with enough overlays. It might be quite difficult as we're cutting between games, but
full detailed trailers all on the website.
Yeah, go to our website, thegameinitiative.com, to find out all of that good stuff. And then subscribe to us on here, on Facebook, Twitter, so you can keep up to date with everything. Leave us comments down below as well about what maybe your favourite games were from E3. We'd like to hear those. But for now, Dan, Ash.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a long one. Yes. But we'll see you all next Monday.